Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. On this video I am going to be giving you my player ratings from our 3-0 win against Luton yesterday night in the Carabao Cup third round at Kenilworth Road. I've already given you my match reaction. Now I'm going to give Dean Henderson a 7. Dean Henderson didn't really have much to do in the game. He produced a fantastic save though in the second half to deny Tom Lockyer. Dean Henderson did make his full debut for the football club and I think he can be our future #1 goalkeeper. But I've said anyway that I think Dean Henderson should be our #1 because he is now reliable enough to become our #1 goalkeeper. But I think for this season, or at least the first part of the season, David De Gea will remain our #1. But Dean Henderson was very, very good when he was at Sheffield United because he did endure 2 successful loans with them and he was their player of the season. We got Dean Henderson at the age of 14, so he has been part of the club for several years. Quite a few weeks ago now, Dean Henderson signed a 6-year deal with Man United worth 120 grand a week. So he's committed his future with the football club. But yeah, he's going to get a 7 like I mentioned. And Wan-Bissaka, he's going to get a 7 out of 10. And Wan-Bissaka did start at right back yesterday night. And Wan-Bissaka actually missed the game against Crystal Palace, didn't he? I thought Wan-Bissaka put some good crosses into the box. Did lack that attacking intent again, but I thought defensively very, very good. And Wan-Bissaka has got to improve his attacking intent. You know, if he is to emulate to Trent Alexander-Arnold's level. This is obviously Wan-Bissaka's second season at Manchester United. Obviously, we got him in a deal worth £50 million from Crystal Palace last summer. But I think he's very reliable and he can be our right back for at least the next 7 to 8 years. Eric Bailly, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. Made a fantastic goal line clearance. I thought also his composure was very, very good. He obviously came in for Victor Lindelof. And probably, a lot of United fans would prefer Eric Bailly ahead of Victor Lindelof. Because Bailly's a better centre-half than Victor Lindelof, but my only element of concern about Eric Bailly is that he is injury-prone. Sustained quite a few injuries as a Manchester United player. Bailly's endured a good 4 years now at the football club. We paid £30 million in from Villarreal back in 2016. And Bailly, I think, will stay at the football club for at least another season. Before there has been rumours of obviously Eric Bailly possibly leaving the football club. Harry Maguire, I thought he had a good game. So I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. He was outwitted on a couple of occasions by Danny Hilton, but prior to that I think he did very, very well. I thought he looked very, very effective in the air at times, passed the ball well, and his composure was very, very good. We know that Harry Maguire is going to remain Manchester United captain this season. Obviously this season is his second season at the football club. With Harry Maguire at the moment is the second most expensive signing at the club and the most expensive centre-half in the world because we got him in a deal worth £80 million from Leicester last summer. Brandon Williams, I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. I thought he didn't show much attacking intent, but I thought defensively he was quite good. Brandon Williams came into the team for Luke Shaw. Brandon Williams was also the one that got us the penalty. He was fouled by George McCure. But yeah, he's getting a 6 out of 10. This season is Brandon Williams' second season in our senior squad. Last season was his first season in our senior squad. He obviously made his senior debut for the club against Rochdale in the EFL Cup last season. And he made his first start in the Premier League against Brighton. Not so long ago, we gave Brandon Williams the number 33 shirt. He's the first player to wear the number 33 since Paddy McNair. And not so long ago, Brandon Williams signed a 4-year contract with the football club. Fred, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. I thought he also had a good game. Very, very good in and out of possession. His composure was good. His passing ability was also very, very good. And, this is Fred's... Is it his third season now with Manchester United? I know he has been at the club now a couple of years. We did get Fred in Jose Mourinho's final transfer window. We paid £52 million for him. And definitely Fred has confounded his critics wrong. Fred has found game time very difficult since the arrival of Bruno Fernandes. And he's very, very mobile as well as Fred. So that's something else I've got to credit him for. There was obviously rumours of Fred a few weeks ago possibly leaving Manchester United because it obviously said Galatasaray were interested in him. It also said Roma were interested in him. But Fred had come out and made an admission saying that he wanted to stay at Manchester United and he wants to be an essential player and he wants to win trophies for the club. Fred has still got a contract with us till 2023. Nemanja Matic, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. I thought he also played very, very well. Kept things tidy. Passed the ball well. Good on and off the ball. His hold-up play was also very, very good. And I said, to you that Matic has improved as a Manchester United player. Not so long ago, Matic signed a 3-year deal with the football club. And he will stay at Manchester United for at least another season, maybe even 2 seasons, even though he is aging up. Matic has enjoyed around 3 years with Manchester United. We got him in a deal worth £40 million from Chelsea back in 2017. Donny van de Beek, I'm going to give him a 8 out of 10. I thought Donny van de Beek played very, very well. Kept the ball well. Had a great chance in the game. Made some very, very good touches also. And Donny van de Beek obviously made his full debut for the football club. Donny van de Beek has enjoyed a fantastic start to his Manchester United career. He's played 3 games for the club so far. He played in the Villa game in pre-season when we lost 1-0. He played in the 3-1 defeat to Crystal Palace. He did score on his Premier League debut. And obviously, he played yesterday. We got Donny van de Beek in a deal worth £40 million from Ajax. Donny van de Beek signed a 5-year contract with the football club with an option of a further year. And we know that he plays in that number 34. What a signing he has been so far for Manchester United. Jesse Lingard, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. I thought Jesse Lingard played very, very well. Kept the ball well. Made some very, very good runs down that left-hand side. Also had some good chances, so he was unlucky not to get his name on the score sheet. I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wants Jesse Lingard to stay at Manchester United. Because Jesse Lingard has been part of the club for several years. I think he's been at United since 2000. So he's been with us around 20 years now. He's been in our senior squad since 2011. Now, there's obviously been rumours of Jesse Lingard leaving the football club, hasn't there? Recently, Tottenham have been interested in him. Tottenham have been in advanced talks to sign him. Rob Dawson said from ESPN that Jose Mourinho is keen on a reunion with the player, and I heard that Tottenham were preparing to put around a £30 million bidding for him. But I heard that there's a possibility chance that we could actually extend Jesse Lingard's contract. Because I think as it stands at the moment, he's got, is it a year or just under a year left in his contract? But there's also an option of a further year. So we might trigger that option of a further year. But don't forget, there was a period where Lingard didn't score one goal in the Premier League or register one assist for over a year. Juan Mata, he had an exceptional game for us as well, so he's going to get a 8 out of 10. Juan Mata had a couple of good chances in the first half. He obviously scored from the penalty spot, took the penalty really, really well. I think Juan Mata is now just one goal away from a milestone. I think Mata has enjoyed a very, very good career at Manchester United. I think he's enjoyed like 6 years with the football club. We got Juan Mata back in 2014 for just under £40 million. We did get him under the David Moyes era. I think Juan Mata will stay at the football club for at least another season minimum. He's aging up now though. He's in his 30s. Juan Mata doesn't get a lot of chances now, but when he does, he still makes a fantastic impact. Odion Igalo, he's going to get a 4 out of 10. I don't think he really did much in the game, did Odion Igalo. His hold-up play weren't so good either. Marcus Rashford, he came on in the game. I'm going to give him a 8 out of 10. Made a fantastic impact when he came on. Made things happen. Made some very good runs. And obviously scored our second goal. Took his goal very, very well, did Marcus Rashford. Don't forget, Rashford's just recently recovered from an ankle injury. Don't forget, Rashford had a back injury for us last season. And he was out of that back injury for a few months. Rashford is definitely the foreseeable future for Manchester United. He has been part of the club already for several years. He's been a United player since the age of 7, and he's been in our senior squad since 2016. And since then has become an integral part of our team. But yeah, Mason Greenwood, he's going to get a 8 out of 10. He made a fantastic impact when he came on. Got the assist for Rashford's second, and also scored the third goal. We have had a few issues with Mason Greenwood recently. Something to do with inhaling laughing gas. He also got withdrawn from the England squad by Gareth Southgate. So too did Phil Foden for inviting girls back to the team hotel. This is obviously before we kicked off the season. And I think Solskjaer's held private negotiations with Mason Greenwood regarding his private life. We recently give Mason Greenwood the number 11. He's the 4th Manchester United player to wear the number 11 shirt. Solskjaer has said what Mason Greenwood must improve on if he is to be our number 9 in the foreseeable future. And he says that Mason Greenwood has got to improve with his head. But Solskjaer was saying that Mason Greenwood had a very good season last season. I think it was his first full season in the senior squad. Bruno Fernandes, he also made a fantastic impact when he came on, so I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. Bruno Fernandes got the assist for Mason Greenwood's third goal. Bruno Fernandes has definitely made the difference in the team since his arrival from Sporting Lisbon in January. He's had a couple of games where he's looked a bit off the pace and he has lacked that composure. He weren't so good against Crystal Palace, was Bruno Fernandes. But, since he's come in, he's scored a good 13 goals in all competitions. He's won Premier League Player of the Month 3 times, reflecting on his good run of performances. So, yeah. So, that is your player ratings for the game. Obviously, there was a few players that we'd rested. Obviously, David De Gea wasn't involved. Lindelof was obviously dropped. Luke Shaw dropped. Also to Anthony Martial dropped. Paul Pogba dropped. Tom Inway, he didn't play any part in the game either. Dan James, he's another one. He didn't play any part in the game either. But yeah, very, very good result. First win of the season for Manchester United. And we have progressed to the 4th round of the Carabao Cup. And we do play the winners of Preston or Brighton. Solskjaer has become the 3rd fastest manager to win 50 games at Manchester United. And I think he's managed around 91 or 92 games now at the football club. But yeah, Solskjaer made around 10 changes from the 3-1 loss to Crystal Palace. But like I said on my match reaction, I thought Luton had some very, very good periods in the game, where they kept the ball well, they passed the ball well. They had some good chances as well in the game. Like I said, the best chance fell to Tom Lockyer in the second half. I thought at times Danny Hilton looked threatening for them. Luala did. Ryan Tunnicliffe did well in that midfield for them. He's a former Manchester United player. Andrew Shinney, he also had a pretty good game for Luton. But yeah, it was the 40th meeting between Manchester United and Luton Town, and the first since a league fixture back in 1992. Luton dropped out of the First Division in 2009, and they did actually win the League Cup back in 1988, but they are currently in the Championship at the moment, are Luton. Their current manager is Nathan Jones, like I mentioned. This is actually his second spell with Luton, because before he was at Luton, he was at Stoke, and I think before he was caretaker manager of Brighton. But I think the Carabao Cup is a priority for Manchester United, because we need to win a trophy this season under the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer era. That's one of our expectations. We have not yet won any silverware under the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer era, and he has been at the football club now over a year and a half, and we haven't won a trophy for over 3 years. And this is the first time this has happened in just over 30 years. The last time we won the Carabao Cup was back in 2017 under the Jose Mourinho era. We've won it 5 times in total, because we won it on 4 occasions under the Sir Alex Ferguson era. So, there you go. And I said to you on one of my videos I did before, what would represent a good season for Manchester United, and that would be to finish in the top 2 or the top 3, and obviously, win a trophy. Can Manchester United mount a title challenge up this season? I think Man United have got to make at least a couple of more signings, before we mount any title challenge up. We haven't mounted any title challenge up in the last 7 years, and we haven't won the Premier League since 2013. So the last time we won it was in Sir Alex Ferguson's last season. I think we are at least 3 years off from winning the Premier League title. But so far, we have only made one signing in this summer transfer window, and that was Donny van de Beek. And Solskjaer said he wants to make 3 signings after Donny van de Beek. I think Solskjaer has changed his transfer plans after an update from Ed Woodward. He is happy with the current squad we've got now, is Solskjaer, and I don't think he'd be too disappointed if we didn't make any more signings, but I still think there's key areas where Manchester United have got to improve. I still think we need a centre-half to go alongside Maguire. It'd be very beneficial if we could get a left-back in, and we'd obviously, try to get a right winger in. But you can see that Solskjaer's trying to change the culture of the club, and he's also trying to improve the squad. But I think Solskjaer deserves more backing as Manchester United manager, and I don't think he's getting backed enough. He really, really isn't. And like I said recently, some of the blame stems from Solskjaer with our inconsistency in that. He was partly to blame for the Crystal Palace defeat, because in a lot of games since at Manchester United, Solskjaer's been very tactically naive and stuff like that. I think, like I said, certain players have got to take responsibility. But I think the vast majority of the blame stems from the board. Because obviously, Woodward and the Glazers aren't spending money. We've been critical of the board anyway for several years, reflecting on how poor our recruitment policy's been. We've also overpaid for players. The managers that we've had since Ferguson retired have not been backed enough. And this is why. Woodward's been at the football club since 2012 and the Glazers have been at the football club since 2005. So Woodward's been with us around 8 years and the Glazers have been with us 15 years. Don't forget Patrice Evra recently launched a stunning attack on Woodward and the Glazers. And I've got to actually agree with what he said. But there's obviously still issues at Manchester United that do need to be fixed. And like I mentioned to you yesterday, what have Manchester United got to do to fix these issues? Like I said, we've got to obviously make more signings. Obviously get Woodward and the Glazers out. Obviously, we've got to get rid of players as well. Because at the moment, we are struggling to offload our fringe players. And I said to you, it's very, very imperative that we do sell our players, sell some of our players, because obviously, we'll generate money and it will help us with our rebuilding process. And plus, there's still deadwood at the football club. Like I said, there's rumours of Lingard leaving, Pereira, I think we should get rid of him, but he may not leave. Chris Smalling, we're also looking to get rid of him. I heard that Roma are planning to put a new bid in the coming days. Chris Smalling was obviously out on loan with Roma last season. Smalling's been a long servant at Manchester United. Rojo, we're also looking to get rid of him. Phil Jones, we're also looking to get rid of him. He's currently out with injury at the moment. Diego Dalot, we're also looking to get rid of him. He's our backup right back to Pisaka. And Sergio Romero, he's open to leaving the football club. Because he's now third choice goalkeeper, is Romero. Romero's not going to want to stay at Manchester United as third choice goalkeeper, is he? And there's obviously been talk saying that Valencia are interested in him. Leeds, Everton and even Villa have been interested in Sergio Romero. Dan James, I think he's probably going to be leaving the club, especially if we was to sign Jadon Sancho. Leeds United are trying to get Daniel James. So they're making a second attempt to get him. I heard that Leeds are planning to put around the £12 million bidding with add-ons included. I heard that Leeds are keen on getting him on loan with then the obligation to make the deal permanent at the end of the season. Leeds came very close to getting Dan James in January 2019, but Swansea pulled out right at the final hurdle, even though I think everything had been agreed. We got Daniel James in a deal worth £18 million from Swansea last summer. And it's also very imperative that we keep the players that we need at the football club, because there's a lot of players that Manchester United will keep. Obviously, this is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's second full season at the football club. It's his second full season. And I said it's a big season for him. And Solskjaer knows that he's got to exceed his expectations if he is to remain Manchester United manager and if he is to succeed. And Solskjaer was saying prior to the game against Crystal Palace that, he's got a lot of confidence going on into this season, from where we left off last season. Because to be fair, Solskjaer exceeded most of his expectations last season, and last season was his first full season at the club. He got his qualification for the Champions League. We also finished third, the second highest we've finished since Ferguson's retirement. And we also progressed to 3 semi-finals. We got to the FA Cup semi-final, the Europa League semi-final, and the EFL Cup semi-final. The only expectation he didn't exceed last season was winning a trophy. Now, there's been a few Manchester United fans that have obviously criticised Solskjaer. There would have been a lot of Man United fans criticising him after the 3-1 loss to Crystal Palace. And that replicates the first part of last season, doesn't it? Because the first part of last season, I was critical of him, and a lot of Man United fans were, because obviously, we enjoyed our worst start ever to a Premier League season. At that point, Solskjaer was very, very close to getting sacked as Manchester United manager. But you saw my video that I did yesterday. If he was to sack Solskjaer, who would come in to replace him? Mauricio Pochettino, he was linked with a managerial role at Man United for a while. He was linked with a managerial role at Man United before Solskjaer got the job permanently in March last year. There was obviously talks of Massimiliano Allegri coming in. Zinedine Zidane was linked with a managerial role at one point. But we've got to stick with him. I'll have more of a perception on Solskjaer as we delve more into the season. So ask me after about 6 or 7 more games if I think Solskjaer is the right manager for Manchester United. But some Man United fans believe, and some people in general believe, that we've got to get a manager in with a proven pedigree and a manager that will suit the strappings of the club. Because let's be honest, Solskjaer hasn't got that proven pedigree really. He's got that managerial experience behind him now. Reflecting how long he's been with us. Man United is the 3rd club in his managerial career. Before he was with us, he was at Molde, won a few Norwegian titles there, and before he was at Molde, he was at Cardiff. He actually won. No, sorry, he won a few Norwegian titles at Molde, and at Cardiff, his record was disastrous. I think he enjoyed a very, very short tenure with them, but the main explanation he got sacked from Cardiff is because he ended up getting Cardiff relegated. Solskjaer, don't forget, also managed our reserve team for a couple of years, so he did watch some of this team at this day and age grow and develop. Didn't he? But like I said to you, when Solskjaer first came into the football club, he was inheriting a squad that must have been worth 700 odd million pounds before he obviously, brought signings in. Solskjaer is inheriting a lot of players even from the Jose Mourinho way, because the vast majority of this team is Jose Mourinho's. There's still a few players even from the Van Gaal era, still one player from the Moyes era, and still a few players even from the Sir Alex Ferguson era. So let's just put that into the equation. And Solskjaer has spent around £240 million at the club. Since he got recommended in. I think we've actually spent a good £183 million on centre-halves. But like I said, we have got around 7 centre-halves in the team. But like I said, in the last 7 years, Manchester United have been playing catch-up because obviously, we've had different managers with different philosophies. We spent nearly £1 billion on players in the last 7 years. And, we've recruited over 30-odd players in since the Sir Alex Ferguson era. And, we've only won 3 trophies since Ferguson retired, and that was the FA Cup under Van Gaal and the Europa League and the League Cup under Jose Mourinho and that. We have missed out on a lot of our targets in this summer transfer window. Obviously, missed out on Sergio Reguilon. He went to Tottenham, missed out on Bale. He went back to Tottenham. We missed out on Erling Haaland in January. We missed out on Jude Bellingham. We recently missed out on Jack Grealish because he signed a 5-year deal with Aston Villa. I think there's around 2 weeks now remaining in this summer transfer window. So Man United have still got quite a bit to do. You know what I mean? But yeah. Manchester United do take on Brighton on Saturday, 12:30 kickoff. It is our 2nd league game of the season, and we are looking for our first win of the season in the Premier League. Solskjaer will be making changes in that game against Brighton from the 3-0 win against Luton yesterday. I think De Gea will be back in goal. Bissaka will keep his place at right back. Shaw will come in at left back. Maybe Lindelof will come in, maybe he won't, and we'll stick with Bale alongside Maguire. I think Pogba will come back into the team. Fernandes will probably start. Rashford will start. Martial will come back into the team. Probably Donny van de Beek will keep his place in the team as well. So he will make quite a lot of changes. On my next video, I'm going to be giving you some news on Alex Telles and Jadon Sancho. So join me for that. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.